Hey, welcome back to Streamline Entertainment. It's your boy Marvin. We're going to get straight into a video. The lady is called Sloane Bella, and basically she is quite famous as well. So Sloane is a publisher, author and TV personality who has been working with clients for the past 30 years. Sloane was adopted into a well-established and business-minded family, which allowed her temporary stability while exploring the paranormal world that was exploding into her existence. So, yeah, let's get straight into the video, and then if I do pause it, it's just to make a comment.
She had almost died the day before in the bathtub. The person in the room below her had seen his ceiling leaking and had called management, and they'd gone up to her room, maybe not knowing it was a room or whatever, and they'd tried to get in, and they had to resuscitate her out of the bathtub the day before she died in the bathtub. And under very odd circumstances, there's a video on the internet, which I think we all saw, when she barged into the Grammy press room with her hair soaking in the back and trying to hand a note off to Brandy while Clive Davis was sitting next to her, and nobody knew what she was doing. She just barged in on camera like they were doing the press circuit, and in walks Whitney.
I'm just going to say something that was very, very strange. Very, very strange. And you could see sort of Brandy look up, at what's going on at the end of the day. But I think Brandy is a bit clued up because she's a bright woman, and she's been in that business quite a while from a young age, from a young teenager when she started singing. Brandy. Let's get on with it.
It's my dad. I'll see you later. I'll see you later. Mom, come see Larry. Come say hi. Come say hi to your dog, okay? Come say hi to your dad.
He was trying to warn Brandy about something in her life through her own life. So Brandy's life is a mirror for Whitney's life on some level. That's what I get there. And I feel like she was looking for people to help her, but everybody stepped away. She was absolutely shocked that she passed, which, given the fact that she almost drowned the day before, struck me as very odd. Why would you be shocked that you passed when you almost died the same way? Because she feels like she was tricked. It was a sleight of hand. There was something that was done that she didn't see and couldn't connect to, and that's how she ended up dead. So she was waiting for this to happen and thought that she was prepared to block it, and it happened anyway. She did not expect to die that way, and they snuck up on her. It was a sleight of hand. She is telling me sleight of hand. Now, what is a sleight of hand? We think of magicians when we think of that. Does she mean this is a card trick, or does she mean it's actually of magical purposes, sleight of hand, and there was something illusionary going on at the time of her passing? It was made to look one way and happened a different way. She says, okay, there's people in her family now that know specifically what happened. It's not the way it was presented. She's literally saying, and somebody else, a very close family member and or friend, has said, if you think she died in a bathtub and her daughter died the same way, you're out of your mind. She's like, that is not how I died. This is not what happened.
Wow. It says a lot. Let's look at some of the comment. Exactly, Clive Davis is a puppet master. He orders hits. Someone said. Jaguar Wright has been saying this same thing. It's not what it seems. Brandy's smile was wiped off when she read that note. What did the note pass to Brandy say? Brandy needs to speak up about that note. Clive was definitely shocked to see her alive, and it looks like she barged in maybe to show him she was still alive. Yeah, because apparently before she died, they argued 2 days later. And we know Clive is a bit of a slippery character. I'm going to go over to ABC News. Whitney Houston's death 9 surprising details in the coroner report. And this was from ABC News, and this was April the 5th, 2012 at 8:57 a.m. So let's have a read of this. So, the final details of pop icon Whitney Houston's February the 11th death provide a clearer picture of the scene where the star was found face down in a water-filled bathtub with drug paraphernalia nearby, and confirms that the coroner initial report that she died of accidental drowning. The Los Angeles County Coroner 42-page report also revealed some unknown and often surprising details about the singer at the time of her death, along with what was found in her hotel room at the Beverly's Hilton, and gives glimpses of the addictions that plagued one of the greatest singers of her own. Look, we know she had a coke problem at the end of the day, and other drugs. It was known for a long time about that, but I don't think she didn't seem to me at that time, even though she wasn't in the greatest of health, she wasn't the kind of woman to go out and kill herself. I just don't believe that. A small spoon with a white crystal, like the substance in it, and a rolled up piece of white paper were found in the bathroom where Houston died, according to the coroner's report. Such an item was used to snort cocaine. Some people use the spoon for cocaine administration. A law enforcement official involved in the Houston case said these days it's likely around for meth, which was not found at the scene, according to the investigator, so likely used as an inhalation tool. Drug use. Previous reports said traces of cocaine, prescription medication were in her system. Both the initial and final reports stated that the blood tests indicate that she smoked marijuana within 2 weeks before her death. Marijuana is illegal. It's legal in California if used for medicinal purposes. Forensic toxicologist Bruce Goldberger said the details about her blood from the toxicology report indicate that she was acutely intoxicated from cocaine at the time of the death and was a repeated cocaine user, which we know that. A plethora of prescription medication bottles were found in the room, according to the final report. The final report lists a total of 12 different medications, including anti-anxiety medication, Xanax, and muscle relaxer Flexeril, prescribed from 5 different doctors. Goldberger described the level of prescription drugs in her system as mild and said Xanax did not contribute to her death. Wow. An open bottle of champagne also sat on the minibar, and an open can of beer was on a table. There was also a bottle of beer on a nightstand and several loose tablets. Houston's family has expressed surprise that she was using drugs again. In an interview with Oprah Winfrey's sister-in-law, Pat Houston attributed Whitney's downfall to lifestyle changes, where she saw Whitney chasing a dream, looking for comfort, love, and it was younger. She said that Whitney was chasing someone that would ultimately hurt her. While admitting she was concerned about the singer's behaviour at a party 2 nights before her death, Pat Houston told Winfrey that she didn't think the star was abusing drugs in her final days, which is quite odd. It really, really is odd. If she wasn't taking them, the question you've got to ask, was she forced to take them? Had someone rammed it down her throat? And she was intoxicated, and the drugs and the alcohol, and then put her in the bath, because it's very, very, very odd that there were marks on her, which it may talk about this a bit later. But I'm just going to move on to some of the missing items. The coroner reported that when found in her room at the Beverly's Hilton, Houston's purse contained her wallet, but the decedent's California driver's license had been removed from the wallet. which was inside the purse prior to my arrival. Also, prior to my arrival, the majority of the descendants' prescription medications bottles had been removed from the brown bag that was on top of the table in the southeast corner of the living room, and then placed on top of that same table. The report read, which is pretty weird. It's, you know, we're only looking at it from an outsider's point of view, but it does seem odd. Things were moved around, like someone was in there before and knew what was going on. It had been determined that no foul play was involved in the singer's death, which we did hear on the news. It is unclear how many plastic surgeries Houston underwent through her life, but it now seems clear that she did at some point undergo breast augmentation surgery, the coroner reports describes, and small scars on her breasts associated with breast implants. Wow. That was some of the report, but again, I think that the foul play, what the family were talking about, it just seemed very, very odd, but we will never know. But it's the same as the video that I made about Michael Jackson. She was trying to warn people, and it does seem like the fat cats in this business, they're quite ruthless. And again, at the end of the day, if they have to get rid of you, then they will, which is quite sad. Clive Davis is an American record producer. He's 92 years of age, who was really close to Whitney Houston at the time. But towards the end, it seems that they were arguing and he got fed up of her and didn't seem to want her around as much, because he may have saw her as damaged goods, which she was at that time. She didn't have drug problems. It does seem like the family said that she did, try to sort her life out, but she was drinking at the time in the last weeks. But it does make you think the music business, the rich and famous people, what's happening with P. Diddy, it's really big out there, and it's serious, and it's really, really there. But like I said, we'll never really know what happened, truly happened to Whitney Houston at the end of the day. But for what I've read and what I've seen, there's definitely some kind of foul play there at the end of the day. And I think a lot of it was just pushed under the carpet because of drug abuse and who she was. And basically that is sad. Don't forget to subscribe to Streamline Entertainment, and please have your points, write your messages about what you think, what happened to Whitney Houston, and do you think that there was any foul play there? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow us, and thank you for the old subscribers and the new subscribers who support me. Appreciate that. Thank you.